over the course of my 20 plus years doing stand-up. And I'm going to give you a couple stories where it could have gone left, I could have gotten in trouble, or if it ever hit the news, I would have been looking real bad over something that really wasn't. So first story I remember, when you first start doing stand-up, like you do a lot of colleges. Colleges is where the money's at in the beginning because you're in there for one night. You could probably do 3-4 colleges in a week. Homecoming's big. The springtime's big for colleges. And at that point, they would pay more than – they probably still do. They pay more than comedy clubs when you're first opening for people and stuff like that. And it's easy money. And you could make 3-4 times the amount you would make at a comedy club at colleges. Normally, when I would do colleges, when you land, students would pick you up. I've had some funny interactions with students. And you got to realize at this time, I'm in my early 20s. So early to mid 20s. So they're in my age group. That's who I'm hanging out with. And it's usually not like a fresh pickup, usually like a junior, senior. So you're close in age. So there's a couple stories that were funny. I'll tell you one funny story and then we'll get serious with what could have went left. I remember one time I was in Austin, Texas. There's a university called St. Edward's University. And these 2 black girls picked me up at the airport in Austin. And we go out to lunch, which is normal. Usually you go out to eat. You find something to eat with whoever picks you up. And they said right before they dropped me off, after I've been hanging with these 2 girls for like an hour and a half, they said, yeah, our whoever advisor wanted me to tell you that the Brothers from Holy Cross is coming tonight. I said, cool. So I didn't think nothing of it. They picked me up in a couple hours. I go to the show. Show was great. Kids were laughing. I'm thinking that was a successful show. The advisor takes me in his office, and he's got his feet up, and you could tell he's pissed. And I'm going, what is the problem here? He goes, did the girls tell you who was coming to the show tonight? And I go, yeah. Holy Cross? He goes, yeah, you just decided to do a show like that? And I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, you just decided to do a show like you did. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He goes, we got in a contract here. So I got contracted through a middleman. So the middleman sent me a generic contract. I didn't see all the fine print in the real contract. So it said that if the Brothers from Holy Cross come, I will eliminate certain jokes and won't cuss and things like that. I'm thinking black guys. You had 2 black girls pick me up, and they said the Brothers from Holy Cross are coming. No, they were brothers like priests. We're coming from Holy Cross. I told the dude, I said, dude, I didn't know they were priests. I thought you meant brothers. Like the basketball team was showing up. And he kind of laughed. And I said, dude, I had no idea. So anyways, I played the show back in my head, and I was wondering why every time I cussed, everyone started laughing really loud. I would just say shit, and the whole crowd was like, ah! And then I was talking to some of the kids afterwards, because usually when I was doing colleges a lot, they would pick you up and take you to eat, and then afterwards you would usually go eat with like whoever brought you, like the Black Student Union brought me a lot. Like you go out to eat with them. And so now I'm out to eat with the kids that brought me, that decided to bring me, and they're all telling me, they go, man, thank you for that. They go, those dudes are always coming to our shows and messing them up. Because when they come, the comedians or whatever, they can't tell all the jokes they want to tell. And they go, so when you were just cussing, they were sitting there. The kids was eating up because the priest looked so uncomfortable. And I don't know if I'm sure I told some nasty jokes, but I'm just shit, ass, fuck, whatever, tit. You know, every time I said a cuss word, the kids would lose it. And I was like, oh. And I told the guy, I said, listen, you can't have 2 black girls pick comedians up and at the last minute say the brothers are coming over from Holy Cross. Because every comedian's going to think like black guys are coming, not priests. So he kind of gave me a half grin. And luckily, I was getting paid through the middleman. So the university was paying the middleman was paying me. So my check came from the middleman. So he didn't want to give me the check, but at that point, I didn't really care because my issue was with the middleman. So I ended up getting all my money from the show. I don't know how it played out with the middle guy, but I even called the promoter, and I told him, I said, hey, man, you got to call the school. I don't know what's going on right now. I was like, but when you sign these contracts, you got to let us know. Are we allowed to cuss or we're not? And then he just said, oh, it happened. Not a big deal. But I thought that was funny that the black girls picked me up. I just remember I looked back and they go, oh, yeah, Gary. The brothers from Holy Cross are coming tonight. We're supposed to tell you. Okay. I had no idea. So, so that's what happened.